Hey guys, super late, good morning. But really, I woke up like 3.5 hours ago. Been a long day yesterday. So the schedule is shifting again a little. It's gonna be more friendly European times soon, probably for most of the rest of the month. We are still playing Elder Scrolls Legends. We still have 25 hours on that. And Dreadnought, which is also coming soon on Steam. I like Dreadnought a lot, and I will try to find time to play it nearly every week. Really enjoying that game. But today I felt like playing some more of Gladius. Gladius, which recently got a new patch, the new world builder and the revamped AI, how they call it, version 1.0.10. It's now officially live. I said I would play it when they get new content, but I wanted to play some Astra Militarum today. Aerial Guard, my favorite. MTGA, oh, I'm finding it hard, lonely gag to play it. No. I'm sticking with TSL, and I'm gonna try Artifact. If everything goes sideways, we can always go play some MTGA later. Yoo-hoo! Just make sure to have a good EU schedule ready for the 8th. Oh no. By the 8th we're gonna be back to the Vampire schedule. Hey Fialwich, you got drunk just in time. Oh man, I would drink some, but I'm having some stomach issues. Alcohol is terrible for that. Hey Rubio, yoo-hoo!
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
Hey Uncle Toby, a year with us. Thank you, Uncle Toby. This is a game, Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War, or not to repeat this every time, we call it Gladius short. This is Gladius. It's 4x of swords. It's more like a turn-based skirmish Warhammer 4000 game. It has a small developer team, and they are working hard on making the game as best as possible. Look at the amount of updates the game has received. Combat is fun. If you ever played like a game like Civilization and thought that you like to fight people, play domination, but there was something missing with the combat. This one has the combat, but doesn't have anything else. Developers are working on new content, small DLCs and new faction DLCs. So in times it can be going to be great. So right now it's just one of them hidden gem. If you like to play some turn-based strategy in Warhammer 40,000 universe. One thing that I feel like this game is missing to be great and attract way more players is some polish on the unit voicing. When you click on a unit, you hear the voice over. When you attack with a unit, you hear the voice over. That type of polish, probably would attract bigger crowd. So today we're gonna play Astra Militarum game number 4. We played 3 Astra Militarum games. They're my favorite faction. Last time we played the Orcs. I'll try to play, factions evenly, but I'll always lean towards Astra Militarum. If you guys missed any of the previous games, there is a big playlist on YouTube with all the games named, faction name, number of the playthrough, and which part of it is it. Simultaneous turns, some of the timeout chanted. Simultaneous turns is the biggest disease ever put in a turn-based games. And enough about this. We're playing Astra Militarum, or more commonly known as the Imperial Guard. Not sure how many players we're gonna play. We're gonna play very hard. Impossible is kinda impossible. This time, we're actually going to lower the amount of land mass. We'll put land mass very low. Let's see what kind of results we get. Game pace is standard. Okay, standard is good. I don't prefer quests, having quests. You can play with quests, no problem. I'll keep a lot of Skull Surprise. Let's see. World size large. Large could be fine. So they added the world builder. Wildlife density on very high was extreme. We'll keep it on high. Impossible is actually impossible. They actually improved the AI with this patch, and I played a couple of games on impossible, and it's one-sided. One-sided. It's basically a defense game until you die. What other factions are there? Necrons, the undead machines, orcs, you know, Va guys, and Space Marines. They are working on more factions. Hard is a nice casual difficulty if you have experienced strategy games. Very hard can be problematic depending, but impossible is pretty extreme. The difficulty between a hard and very hard would probably be ideal. You can still find a challenge in very hard. Ooh, the followers are still on. Oh, that's a familiar name there. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're back to those lines. Okay. We'll keep this. So special thing about this game will be a very low land mass. So it's gonna be more water, less land. We'll keep it on large. What can we do about this? Artifact density. I don't like many artifacts. So I'm gonna keep this on very low. Artifacts are pretty powerful, and when they add up, when you start stacking them, it's become very one-sided game. So I'm gonna keep this on very low. I prefer it on very low. I don't want to see many artifacts. There's been an update to the AI and how in some of the world options, so I wanna see what this is going to mean for the game. So you can now play with the region size, region density, Arctic region density, desert region density, tropical region density, volcanic region density. And I don't even know if we should play with this. For example, if we go with Arctic region density, it's going to be extra research, but less other stuff. This is my first game with the new update. This is the not advantage, disadvantage given. Okay, no handicaps, no bonuses. Volcanic and desert high, everything else low. Dead world. I mean, even on a dead world, you'll find some soil and green to eat. What are you guys talking about? Slay the Spire. Yeah. Maybe we should play with this little. After all, it's new region density. There are regions of the world and how many they can fit in the map, and I think everyone has like a different type. Like there can be some kind of region called something, and it's gonna be volcanic. And then the way I see this, you know, you can increase the size of this. Just check something. Let's try to make a tropical place. See just how it looks like. You can actually remove this. Wow. So the map will totally look different. Oh. You can, there's still Imperial ruins, huh? Wire with a medium. Yeah, I'll actually create a tropical planet. Make a tropical Gladius. Gladius is the name of the planet. I don't think if the tropical region density will do something if we remove everything else. So we remove the Arctic, which is good for science. We remove the desert, which is good for energy. Tropical, I think it's regarding to food. And volcanic region is good for ore. I'm a vampire. 50% vampire, 50% dwarf. Now you know. I'm not an ancient evil, Uncle Toby. Yeah, we'll keep a tropical ones. Just, you know, I don't care about the resource outputs. I just wanna see a different colors in the environment, have a different feel to the map, so it's not always that same grim map. So we'll stick it like this. Glad this did get updated with a new patch that improved the AI and give us more advanced options. This palette should have way more colors. If I put them on a team, it might be pretty one-sided. We'll just put it about like this on free for all. I don't wanna fight Space Marines in this game. Doesn't feel very ethical to fight them every time. You know how many heretical Space Marine chapters there are there. Hey, we have cookies.
Few worlds were as pristine as Gladius Prime, or so well located. Soon after its discovery, it grew into a rich imperial world. Then the orcs landed, and it burned. We, the men and women of the Astra Militarum, answered the call to battle the green-skin menace. Yet we died side by side with the orcs when the warp storms hit and the Necrons awoke. Whoever our foe, we will reclaim this world and its ancient riches, or we will die trying. For mankind, and for the God Emperor.
Seems fitting that we fight the Necrons and the Orcs, you know, because of this this video, what they're showing here, the pictures. Listen to the rain. This is now ASMR stream. It's raining. Go to sleep. David Pooh says tropical map chops down all the trees and causes global warming. That is not true. Not true. Tropical the global warming is caused by the American cows. Everybody knows that. Okay, so if you never played this game, you start with a unit that is can build a city. Astra Militarum can build multiple cities and can build them pretty much anywhere. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see a green map here. We also start with some military units, the guardsmen. The units can have only one move, but you can still use action to attack. So you can't move here and then here with your 3 movement. So you can only make this movement here. These areas are called outposts, and they provide bonus, in this case +2 influence. These are the resources. The Astra Militarum has food, which are used for population and to upkeep living units. Ore is used for production of things and to upkeep vehicles. Energy is used to upkeep buildings. Also, I think some units require energy to produce and to upkeep, like the aircraft. Research to research technologies, and influence is used to maintain upkeep of the city tiles and use it for the city edicts and hero related stuff. I think that's all. So what do we have here? We have a bunch of nice tiles here, rivers and rocks. Doesn't mean if it's not volcanic, you can still have rocks. Like, this is a very nice tile here for ore. Sting wireweed is a dangerous environment, and it does damage to units. It looks like we are stuck in a peninsula here. Oh, this already feels like a totally different game when you can change the map that much. All these places that you see here are Imperial ruins. Tiles have their bonuses, their room to build stuff. Like this tile here, this 2 means how much space is on it. It's 2 because it has rocks, and because it has rocks, it gives 20% extra ore if you build ore production on this tile. 20% food comes from the grassland. A regular grassland here, it doesn't have rocks, so it's just extra food. It has a river, three slots. This is a good spot. Nice, huge peninsula here. I've seen some AI cities built on areas like this. It looks so beautiful when you grab all the tiles. I used to think that having water on a map in a game where it doesn't have any naval combat, you know, like in a certain game we play as well, would be kind of bad thing. But the water can also be a tactical thing. And there is always enough land. Always enough land. You don't have to have just, you know, land. The water makes the map look more realistic. This plays like Civ, but it's only war. We'll build a city here. This is Tech Priest Engineers, a very important support unit for the Imperial Guard. Main role, it's not really to found a city, but it is to support your army with clearing tiles, repairing vehicles, and building fortifications. One of the roles is to found a city, like a settler from a civilization. Ooh, there's actually rocks here as well. I will build it here. Okay, we got our capital up. The city starts with a labor core. This is the building that produces other buildings. Every faction has their version of this building. In this case, it has 7 production and it generates 7 influence, but it costs 3 energy to upkeep. A city could build multiple labor cores. 2 are usually enough. Militarum, that's pretty much the core building in every city. It gives you, you know, the basic stuff from the city. This is the reason why getting early second city is a good thing, because you get immediately this outputs. So this is what the city generates. Gives 6 population limit, so it can have 6 population. Population has growth. As the population gets kept, the growth goes down. Population is required to work buildings. City started with 1 population. 1 population is currently working in the labor core. You can actually turn this off. If you build too many of these buildings, you don't have to work in it. But the building still generates 7 influence, even if you're not using its production to build buildings. There is a point where a city can get so big that it doesn't really use this building for anything. So it will still generate influence. Influence will be required to upkeep the tiles owned by the city and other things. This thing that are generated by the Militarum is basically like your core buildings for the production and some room. Cities have loyalty. Loyalties give bonuses to outputs. 2% per loyalty to food or energy, research, influence. As the population increases, loyalty goes down, and as you build more cities, every city after your first city will get penalty from having multiple cities, and every city after first one will add more penalty to loyalty. You know, to limit the expansion potential, but eventually you can build buildings that increase loyalty. So expanding is a good thing. But depending on the map and how much you really want to expand the base building part of the game, 3 cities, it's a good number. You don't need to go about 3 cities. But if you really want to cover the map, create map, want a huge fortress, Imperial Guard style, just take all the land. We do have 2 slots here, and they're both taken here. So we currently can't do anything here. You can see we cannot do any of this. We have to acquire tiles. Acquire tile costs production or influence. So the city has a natural radius of 2 to acquire tiles, but they have to be connected. We can also put this Jokeiro trader encampment into the city area, and it provide not only 2 influence, but extra 20% influence for the city. This place here sells items for heroes. It's nice to have it close. To start with, we are playing on a planet that will be green planet. So it will like bonuses to productions of research and energy, but cities can still have encampments that produce research and energy, and since this one producing influence, the nearby tiles also give extra influence. We'll just acquire 1 tile here. These are nice tiles for ore. I will go towards this tile here, so I will start with this. Take 2 turns. This production 7, this requires 12, so it's 2 turns. And we can choose some research. Research comes in 10 different tiers. Start with tier 1. You need to research 2 technology in a tier to unlock the next tier. Sometimes a tier can have multiple good technologies, not just 2, and you want to stay in that tier before going further. Of course, advancing through tiers can also unlock some powerful stuff, and you might want to consider just unlocking further tiers instead of staying in a tier to unlock multiple things. What are we gonna start here? So frag grenades for the infantry, Vox caster, plus the more loss of guards for guardsmen. I have never really researched this, never. I didn't really ever feel need to research these. I'm not gonna be using the guardsmen for long. Frag grenades is nice though. It's nice to have extra abilities on your guardsmen. Last time I played Imperial Guard, I used the guardsmen throughout the game, and it felt definitely better to have a bunch of expendable infantry throughout the game. Militarum is one of the most important buildings that produces vehicles. Imperial Guard without vehicles is nothing. This is for the heroes, and also this for the building for the heroes. So in the tier 1, there are 3 good technologies: Frag Grenade, Manufactorum, and Shrine of Aquila. If you just want to skip the infantry and go straight for other things, then just these 2. I do like the Frag Grenade on the infantry, does give you some advantage. And I'll open with a Frag Grenade. I'll be using the infantry throughout. Every one of these guardsmen will get the ability to throw frag grenades, which can be very useful. The Imperial Guardsman is a cannon fodder unit. It's in a way the weakest infantry, but also in a way strongest infantry, because it's so cheap. But also, if without abilities like frag grenade and support, it's very expandable. You can have multiple types of grenades later and a medipack, and it becomes way more useful. Okay, this is done for turn 1. Let's go next. The game runs pretty smooth.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
This is a large map. Rain is pretty nice touch here. You can even hear the rain. Hey Davey, thank you for support. I'm Baka. Yeah. We have some Crude Hounds, one of the first enemies in the game. When it comes to units, for example this Imperial Guard here, it does have 8 soldiers. It's a large infantry unit. It's the largest in the game. Which means as they will take casualties more than other units, and their damage will go down more than other units. But when there are 8 of them full strength, they also do pretty good damage. The Crude Hounds have 7 entities in the unit. When you mouse over the unit, it will tell the attack estimate with the las guns. So there are 8 las guns in this unit, as long as the unit is full health. As the units get kills, they get experience, increase morale, health, damage, and as they get more health, they become more durable, and so they keep the number of soldiers alive in unit more often, so you don't lose the damage that much often. There is cover on the map, like Imperial Ruins provides cover against range damage reduction only to the infantry. And special weapons, last gun has a rapid fire, so it does more damage at half range. Half range is 1 tile. Yoo-hoo! Hey Onyx! We're just gonna open fire here. The Crude Hounds can do a lot of damage because they're melee unit. The one thing I love in this game, unlike the Civilization, it's you can actually increase, where is it, animation speed by percentage. That's actually a really cool thing. So you still have the animations, but they just, you know, go much faster. We are gonna keep shooting those Crude Hounds. You can see these icons here. The units have Overwatch automatically enabled. Overwatch says attack enemy units that enter the attack range, but they still have to have action available to do that. Yeah, the game kind of tells you where you are. Maybe they need to, you know, touch this, but I don't really care about that much. Units have armor. Armor reduces damage. They have health, morale. This unit has a low morale. It's 6 morale. As the units lose morale, they use accuracy, and with losing accuracy, they lose damage. The last guns have 6 accuracy, which is 50%. So by this unit getting demoralized, they're gonna do like next to no damage. Most units have like 3 movement. Some units are faster, slower. And all units have 1 action. Some abilities do not require action. Some abilities will require movement to use. Armor reduces damage. It says here approximately 8% per armor. The weapons, for example, the last guns have no armor penetration, but there are weapons which will penetrate some of the armor. Okay. 2 Crude Hounds there. Crude Hounds are considered infantry. I love the look of this starting zone. What I really love about games like this, like Civilization, like Gladius, when you are building your city, it's like maps, like looks like you start with almost nothing, and then how the game looks like in the first 50 turns, and how it look like in the next 100 turns. You know, when you start building sprawling cities from nothing, you know, make great things, and how you uncover terrain and claim terrain. This is like one of the most fun part of the this type of games for me. Now just start with nothing and then just build up. The builder part of the game. Ooh, look at that! 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a shadow wall. When we claim it, we'll get ore and energy, and shadow wall increases production of nearby tiles. Nothing really special, but it's nice to get some bonus to ore and energy if the city can claim it. I think city has a claim range of 4, because you can increase the radius twice. But I think we can still take this one. More Crude Hounds. This is gonna be rapid fire here. They're in a forest. Forest provides pretty much the same cover as the Imperial Ruins. It's 50%. 50%. It's only 2 infantry though. Okay, our city has expanded. We claim this tile here, and now we can build other things. I kinda don't want to build anything this style because it's 20% ore. 20% ore is a big deal. But then again, I might have some more ore production. The Imperial Barracks increase population limit and increase loyalty. This building pretty much just takes a slot. It pays for itself. It will cost 2 energy though. And energy might be a problem sooner than the ore production. I kind of want to claim this tile where we're gonna building some things which these two tiles are also gonna be just gonna take longer. I build some things that will not require that 20% ore bonus to be wasted. So I'll continue to acquire the tile here without building anything. Hopefully don't get nearby Necrons, cause I'm not really into going effective. You know, like a min-max opening. I build what feels right. That was Overwatch with a rapid fire, very deadly. The radius of which units receive experience is 3 tiles unless they change it. So I kill this unit, all will get experience. See, the experience gain. I could have moved here, so this unit get experience for that one. You see, this unit did not receive experience, yeah. That's a good thing to confirm it. Claiming this tile, get more energy and ore. It's a pretty cool city location here. Ore and energy is pretty much most important thing in this faction. Favorite game? Total War. Total War is my favorite by far. And the Warhammer series of all the Total Wars. Okay. It's very nice to... oh, there was actually an overflow there, nice. It's actually very nice to, you know, play some other strategy games, you know, see how they do things, not just character assembly, you know, way of doing things. Gives you perspective, makes you appreciate CA and their games more or less. It's usually more. This is actually quite nice peninsula here. And this is what I realized when I played that map when they had an area like this. It's good to have some water on the map. Warhammer is just, you know, probably best universe for war games. Okay. Okay. 9 ore. This costs 30 ore. We get 9 ore per turn. I do want to get Imperial Barracks. This is a building that produces infantry. There is a very little downside to this building because it not only gives production towards infantry units but also population limit and loyalty increase. In this game, unlike in Civilization, buildings have production queues, like the Labor Council produce buildings, while the Imperial Barracks will produce infantry. So you can queue a building and infantry at the same time. This box here is basically a production, means there is a production up in the city, labor core. Once we build the Imperial Barracks, it will be another box there, and it will, you know, be an icon what you're currently producing. I will build Imperial Barracks here. Total War had its time, you know, where at times they had great Total War games and had shitty Total War games, like the period of Medieval 1, Rome 1, Medieval 2. Those are a really good period for a war. And then the shitty period of Empire Total War, maybe not there, but it was Napoleon. And then, you know, the new stage with the Shogun 2. And then pretty much the next new series of Total War games that use a different setup of how they do things, starting with Rome, into Attila, into Warhammer. So pretty much during the period of Shogun 2, before Rome 2, Civilization 5 was my favorite game. But Rome 2 and after, especially Warhammer, Total War is definitely taken the spot on my favorite game, because Civilization 6 is kinda shitty. Civilization kinda got ruined. I feel like they tried too hard for the to attract new players, and because you know they have totally overshadowed the players who play the game before they were even born. So they are attracting new players with their design instead of you know, just trying to improve on what was before. This will no doubt will be happening to Total War. I don't feel like it's happened really with Warhammer. Warhammer, it was streamlined more like campaign-wise, but the battles are the best of any Total War. So it was a huge improvement while keeping the campaign gameplay simple. Campaign gameplay doesn't have to be complicated or with depth when it comes to fantasy genre, but it still would be nice to keep the things interesting, that you have you know, sense that you're actually managing something and you're being rewarded for managing things. Combat is where they have to shine. But in a historical Total War, the campaign management of the map has to be almost as important as the combat. Otherwise, I don't think it's gonna have good replay value. The historical is totally different, you know, feels to me when I'm playing it than like say Warhammer. We need to rapid fire this one. Survived. 1 health. Dang. I'm hoping historical Total Wars improve in campaign gameplay. Well, the battles don't have to improve that much. You just have to be, you know, fun enough, and still have to shine, as you know, it's the most important part of the Total War. Yeah. Go to frag grenades, and you can see here, guardsmen now have a ability, a frag grenade. It has a long cooldown of 10 turns. It's basically a special attack. Each soldier in the unit has a frag grenade. So it says frag grenade times 8. It's very powerful when the unit is on full health. In the early game, I don't want to risk any of my guardsmen, so we have to play carefully. Guardsmen need to become veterans, not die in the early game. So we'll start healing this one. All position until heal. I think they actually put some kind of hotkeys for this shit. But you can't see them in the game. What is the hotkey for the whole position to heal? Ah, we can just click it. All these guys are gonna have Overwatch. R. Okay, thank you. Aha, it's the aha. Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. Does this mean if I press Q it will automatically disband the unit? Let's get the Militarum. I don't really care about first hero before Tank Commander. Tank Commander is pretty much a tier 5 unit. Tank Commander is a hero that drives a Lemon Rust Battle Tank. Pretty much one of the most important units for this faction. So we'll get Militarum here for now. This unit has to heal. It will heal 10% per turn. They try hard to give a variety to the factions, and there's a pretty good variety. For example, orcs can heal faster, and there is this. You see the styles here, orcoid fungus. They heal even more here. There are orcs growing in our backyard. Need to get some scorches. I mean, my bad, flamethrowers. We can heal faster if we go into the outpost or the city. Outposts and the city provide damage reduction. Pretty good damage reduction. It's slow. Ooh, this looks like food here, and it's cliffs. Wait, I like the look of this map. I really do. We'll prepare some overwatch in case somebody's moving. We have what, 7 guys here? Yeah, 7 guys. Looks like a good defensive position here. Let's hope we don't have any Necrons close. We have food here. We have our Imperial barracks. You can see they have been built here. Taken one of the 3 slots. The buildings actually appear here. Yeah, now we have the Imperial barracks and we can start producing more guardsmen. Guardsmen are really cheap. They cost 10 food and 10 ore, and they have upkeep of 1 food. Getting 1 research building early is quite nice. We're going to need some energy as well. We're currently researching Manufactorum 2 turns. Let's get a research building here, why not? We'll double our research. And we need to look into getting more energy. We do have the Shadow Wall provides us with energy. So we can delay it maybe by 1 building, but we're gonna have to get it anyways. Cliffs here. There is high and low ground, so you have to notice it, as the it can be critical, not to the unit placement. I don't like the look of going there without other guys. Yeah, that's the zone of control. It stopped us from moving. And look at that. Now, this looks like, we take some damage here, but since we did research the frag grenades, and these are infantry, well, frag grenades blast scales the damage with the group size of the target. And nearly demolished these 2 units. This is a large map. I'll also discard a unit of Umbles. We want to stay away from them for now. They have more melee damage and they also regenerate. They have also much tougher, they have actually armor, unlike the Crooked Hounds. The worst thing that we can meet in the beginning is the Enslavers and the Castellan robots, but the Enslavers are the worst. Yeah, this is looking good here. Wow, I love this terrain. We can see a Scorpion nest here, so we have to. This is actually, look at this position, man. This is so nice. Wow. Yeah, if you hold the moment, it will tell you if you're gonna have the range or not there. Very important. So since they're taking casualties, they're losing morale. Was a 1 shot there. You can see this number here, number 2, which means they have gained a level. Now they have received extra 5% damage, 5% health, and 10% morale. This is unit veterancy, and it can be a huge difference between recruit and a veteran unit in stats, especially on the later units. We have Research Manufactorum. It's a building that produces vehicles. It also produces ore and research. I don't feel like anybody's there. We'll take some of this extra food. The resources they store, and you might, you know, accumulate a lot of food, ore, and energy, and then later go into negative, and it will keep you up and running for a while. When we are inside the outpost, there is an outpost buff, minimal 70% city damage reduction, 50% healing rate, and minimal 25% range damage reduction. This is half the bonus a city provides. Infantry defending a city, it can be quite sturdy. I'm gonna heal these two so they're full health, because there are scorpions around. Scorpions are not that strong against infantry, but they can still do damage. They do have a big armor-piercing attack. Cult Mechanicus to build tech, priest engineers, and the generates also research. As the city grows, it will require building that increases the available population slots. And this is a tier 2 technology, the hub block. We can also go for crack grenade first before hub block. We still have limits, but if we build a hub block before this is capped, the growth will increase. It says here, indicates how fast the city grows. Once enough growth has been accumulated, the population increases by 1. The growth rate decreases with the population approaching the population limit. So if you build a hub block ahead of time, you will not lose growth, and the city will keep growing at a you know, increased rate. So getting a hub block as first tier 2, you know, maybe not perfect, but I like to get this as the first tier 2. Yeah, this is a lot of exposed terrain here. We are playing on a high wildlife density. Wildlife are considered the gray units, so it's not very wise to just make a move like this. There might be a Castellan robot there or an enslaver, and that means really bad for us. Okay, there are 2 ambuls here. You see a scorpion nest. Oh, this is a very nice. The ore fields, I feel like they are the best outposts for the Imperial Guard. We can open fire here, but it's highly unlikely we're gonna kill this. But we don't need to keep our Overwatch here. I'm healing that unit. We'll keep these guys grouped. 3 is a good number for security, till we get better support units. Okay. We have a research building. We have a Imperial Barracks, which produces infantry. The research is quite nice now. We'll get more research from Manufactorum. The technology research rate went down from 8 to 4. Doubled our speed of research for tier 2. It's nice to get that early research building. We could get Manufactorum here. It will be 2.4 ore production. It's not that bad getting it here. And we'll build an energy building here next. We're building some Imperial Guardsmen here. We have a very sweet location here. Very nice. The Imperial Guardsman is a defensive faction. And not like the orcs that they have to fight all the time. We played the orcs in the last game, and you can see how aggressive we were from the start. This one can play slow. And the city is sending a unit here now. Yeah, we'll send it towards the top. This is the rally point when you're building new units. Yeah. You see a Katachan Devil Lair. However you pronounce the thing. This is actually quite hard to destroy. It's on a cliff. Does have 8 armor. I don't feel like moving a unit here. Might just keep Overwatch here. Yeah. I'm not scared of the devils, but I'm scared there might be too many of them. The devils are huge, huge scorpions and have a big armor-piercing attack. Guardsmen are not vulnerable to armor-piercing attacks. They are vulnerable to anything anti-infantry. As long as I keep firing on this thing, it will not start healing. It says here, units automatically heal if they have not taken damage and have full movement and action points remaining. So if we have not damaged this, it will start healing. I still wanna destroy this one first. This is a good spot here to take it easy here. We don't have any armor piercing right now. No crack grenades and no heavy weapons teams. It's still very early, turn 16. We'll get our scout sentinel soon. It's gonna be nice Overwatch here with this one. Here we research hub block. It's a building that increases the population limit. We also kind of low on ore because manufacturing costed 50 ore. But we generate ore turn. Shooting. You could move this one here. Oh, that actually was okay. Now that we got this one here. It's very important to have the very good positioning. Sometimes, you know, there are oversights, hindsights, you know. Positioning the units properly, it can be critical to battle. Okay. We can get a crack grenade for our guardsmen, or we can research a heavy weapons squad. I don't think we should go for both. I did like the heavy weapons squad in the last game. Let's go with the crack grenade. I might get actually both now since we have an early research building. Crack grenade is an anti-armor grenade. We're going to need it against ambuls and some other stuff. No scorpions, it's very nice for us. There are 2 outposts here. As you can see, we're doing very low damage to this. Why? Because it has 8 armor. That's a lot. It's high armor. Yeah. We can't produce any more guardsmen right now. We need food and ore. I'm gonna build an ore building and then a food building, hub block building, an ore building, ore, energy, food, hub block. We need to get those buildings. Yeah, there's the devil. It's not very powerful against infantry. It's more powerful against armor. Devil has a close combat weapon that has 10 armor penetration with 3 damage and 3 attacks. So it can do up to 9 damage. It also causes fear. We have cognates in 2 turns. It's not easy to destroy without multiple units. It also has stealth, which does not trigger Overwatch, of course. Always forget about that. Taking what? 4 damage here. The thing about a Scorpion, it's a single entity. It's a single entity. What's it? It's a monster, which means it will not take casualties. It will not lose any performance in battle, other than maybe morale. So as our unit takes damage, it will take casualties, and it will drop in performance. While Catachan Devil will always do this damage here. So it has one weapon because it's one entity. Some vehicles can have like 2 entities. So destroy one, and the second one, you know, will just have the weapons of only one vehicle. The single entities can be quite potent. We can still fight here. We do have the numbers here. The Devil will get defeated by the Guardsmen, unless they get more. I can build a Scout Sentinels, cost 40 ore. I do need ore and energy and food now. Also need a hub block. Let's build an energy building here first. Population is increasing, we're losing food and loyalty. If you go read the info about this creature, it says like it's like up to 30 meters long. It's not that much danger to infantry, more danger to vehicles. I need to bring down that layer. You don't see this guy because the cliffs. I can still survive here another turn, but he might get reinforced, so we'll pull out. And send in the new guy. Keep firing here. What's the damage we can do here? 2.7. The same as the last guns. Let's drop fire. Oh, good. We can't afford this yet. Make me think if I should build the ore building before Manufactorum. I don't think you can need a Manufactorum in the first same population. Doesn't matter that much. Look at that sweet influence piling up. The tank commander is gonna get some gear. Oh, what do we have here? A crack grenade. Look at the damage, nearly doubled. Crack grenade has armor penetration 2, and we throw 8 grenades, 3.2 damage. Need to bring this thing down before it spawns another Scorpion. Yeah. Medipack. I'll go with a Medipack immediately. It's ability that will heal the Guardsmen. Can also go for Hydra, the second vehicle. Have more crack grenades here. There goes the lair. And there goes the devil. Victory without casualties. Yeah. Maybe I can go with one sentinels here. This is next turn though. I'm not gonna have enough ore for the building. Five guardsmen right now, it's a good number. Medipacks are definitely worth it. I got the energy buildings, now it's +5 again. The science and the influence is very nice. Research influence is very nice here. Get me in the grassland here. Oh, we can actually go there. We don't have to take. This one is gonna take longer then. I'm gonna have to clear it as well. Clear the wireweed. Okay, this is a little bit risky move, but I'm going for it. And look at that, Stellan robot. But we have an outpost here. That thing is really hard to kill. Need a heavy weapons team, a lot of grenades. But we're taking the outpost, so they haven't taken much damage. The Incendiary Combustor has a range of 1, and that one is stronger than the other one. This is a giant robot. I'll definitely open the fire on the tech priests. Oh, look at that! One shot! Get some experience here though. Go to cross the river here. Kill this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This tile can provide experience. Yeah. Oh, these two were out of range. Okay, I was just it's like 1, 2, 3. I thought these two were out of range. That one is supporting the Stellan robot. Yoo-hoo! This thing is hard to kill, so I have to go fall back. It's 8 armor. It has repulsor grid, 30% range damage reduction, and 30% another 30% damage reduction from film no pain damage reduction. So not only 8 armor, but up to 66% range damage reduction. Hey Redx Charlie, thanks for the follow, welcome to stream. So right now we cannot kill this thing, so just have to go back. This thing also have no morale, just a heartless robot. Interesting, he didn't get closer to use the second weapon. That unit has 2 different weapons. It has a twin-linked heavy phosphor blaster. Twin-link has more accuracy, and Incendiary Combustor. So since it's only at the 2 range, it can use 1 weapon, the first one. To use the second one along with the first one, it needs to get closer. Any tips for Legendary Marathi Immortal Empire start? I have not played the Immortal Empires. I'm not sure what to tell you. Dark Shards with shields and the bolt throwers are very strong early. And use Dread Spears, don't use any other infantry to support that. Until you can get somewhere. That's the advice I would give, you know, for the for the Dark Elves. Let's go see what's there. We can fight here. That one is so hard to kill that it will probably retreat before ever getting killed. We're gonna have to clear this tile here. Morati is a fighter or wizard. Well, she's flying with a halberd, so she can always fight, especially the flying things. She can kill dragons, but wizard is better. I'm gonna have to heal here. It's currently too much. Need to clear this wire wheel so we can actually build something in this tile. We'll use the clear tile option. 2 turns to clear the wire wheel, and we'll bit. Yeah, we can build the food building here. Maybe I should do it earlier, but 10% is not much in food. The food is will be plentiful. Well, Morat is flying. If I need to tell more than that, I don't know. Flying is very powerful, and I'm pretty sure she's anti-large as the halberd. I have not played her in a long time, though. Yeah, let's get the Scout Sentinel now. Gonna have to still heal these guys. Oh, there's an enemy here. Maybe saved it for the overwatch. Did they have stealth? I only think it's through the forest though. We'll still take some damage here. This is a good experience, the Cure Hounds for our infantry. Look at that attack, that was a lot of damage. Another can get, I think, pretty good fizz resistance, magic resistance. And against some enemies that can be stronger than armor. We got our med packs. Use the grenades here. Look, see how powerful the grenade is compared to last guns against that unit. And we'll heal this too with med packs. They have 10 turns cooldown. Med packs are pretty strong. Yeah, I'm going to need one farm here. There is a high vial of density, so the early game is longer, which is ideal. I find the normal vial of density to be a little bit silly, not too easy. While the very high is actually too much. What experience? We got some level 3 here. You can see a level 3 has 18 health, level 2 has 17. Getting 8 plasma around these units is also very nice. Tyrion disappoints a bit in my last Warriors campaign. Nobel is a tiny bit of a disaster.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Tyrion and disappoint should not go in the same sentence, my friend. Oh man, I'm hard to pronounce that name. Thank you for the continued support. And you also can't wait for new content as well. Shlomo. Yeah, well, I remember now. I remember now. Yeah. I love this map. I love it. I love this map. Tell me, Premier, did you went with the left skill tree or the right skill tree for Tyrion? It's gonna be nice Overwatch here. What is gonna be their next turn? I'm gonna go with a hub block after that. Getting my first vehicle soon as well. Gaining ground, exploring, and make sure we take no casualties. Going smooth so far. Oh, that's Ruins of War. Provide research. Great tile, 10% research, Tundra. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's a matter of time before you lose some guys to the enslavers. Enslavers is a dangerous enemy because they can take over control of your units. And the guardsmen are especially vulnerable. They also have pretty powerful melee weapon. It does not really say here, but if you mouse over the ability here, it penetrates all armor. This thing has no actions right now. Got an item, power gauntlet. Metal damage, not very good for our faction. I'm gonna keep the Overwatch on these two. Firing on my own men! God damn it, slavers! How will I sleep at night? The Scout Sentinels, the first vehicle, they have a multi-laser. It's basically just a vehicle version of the last guns. And they have a move through cover, so there's no penalty of forests and imperial ruins. There's still penalty for the river, I think. Maybe. It's a mobile unit that can also use the scout. You can click this, it'll reveal radius 3 every 3 turns. We can use now because we're gonna have to troll there for 3 turns. No ore. I'm gonna have to start producing some ore here as well. I'm gonna keep these guys alive. They have everything on cooldown right now. Might get luck with Enslaver. Faulty building was researched. Yeah, there it is. God damn enslavers. It's not happening. Have to weaken this unit. These guys have 7 morale. What's the cooldown on that ability? 2 more turns? Okay. We might get rid of him. Scout Sentinels are on the move. This is damage of lost weapons. 7 turns. Our guardsmen and the Scout Sentinels have lost weapons. I'll get my main back. Maybe. Get him down! Bastard is in the trees. I think it's considered as infantry. Schemer. Maybe just considers it as a vehicle. It's almost dead. Slavers are nasty against the middle guard early. Taking another one of my units. There's 6 health left. So close! Okay, we saved our man. God damn enslavers, nasty shit. Look at this guy survived 1 health. Use medipack soon. Hey cheater, it's going good. Wondering what we can will see here. Nothing really. And it's gonna be available next turn. Scene has barely survived. Kinda wanna keep it here so it doesn't get popped out of nowhere. There's a artifact here. Gonna be a hub block here, then some ore production here. Getting better loss weapons damage in 4 turns. This is actually very good at we taking down Enslaver without losses. It's not easy. Let's get this under control here. We should have moved these ones first. Always throw grenades before you shoot, because you don't want to produce casualties before using blast weapons. Blast weapons always first, and then the other weapons. Because the more soldiers in the unit, the more damage the blast weapons will do. Yeah, I don't have really resources for anything else. I'm glad the energy is piling up. With unlocking the hub block, I'll actually get soon a chance to get the Cult Mechanicus. Looks like another ruin here. I want to see what artifact is here. Enslaver is usually close to the artifacts. Maybe it was the only Enslaver. This place is where the Necrons are sleeping. It's where they build the cities. I'm gonna send everything here because I want to secure this artifact. Please be something good. This might be a dangerous move here. I don't want to go there yet with more units. Ooh, nice. Energy outpost. Beautiful. Yeah. Throw the grenades here. Do we need to throw grenades here? No, we don't. We do if you want to heal this one. Yoo-hoo! I have a really nice position here. Let's see what kind of artifact we get here. Artwoods. The map is definitely a lot more green with the setup we went. It's a cliffs. Oh man, it's like probably the worst artifact to get. Full spectrum analyzer increases the sight of all units. It is useful. It's more convenient than useful. And again, if it's convenient, it makes it a little useful, I guess. This could have been 20% health. Now that's powerful. Oh, we secured this area. I kind of want to get this style here, even at the sake of this guardsman. Style is strong. Outpost. To take control over the artifact, we have to get close to it and use a unit action. Hot shot power packs increases damage of all last weapons. So now the guardsmen do more damage. With the last guns, scout sentinels do more damage with their multi-laser. So we right click on it with the action, and now all our units receive +1 sight. You can see it here for every single unit now because of the artifact, which increases the vision. There are way more strong artifacts like more damage, more health. Regeneration. Regeneration is very nice. Cuts down the downtime. I like the new options for the changing the world builder. A lot more green. You can definitely have maps that look different, and actually the game feels a little different as well. There are orcs here. Well, we don't want to provoke orcs. No tanks. I don't even have a tank. I want to take this to outpost if possible. Put mechanicals and then we'll go for the... We need the Shrine of the Kill as well. There's actually so many things that we are going to have to get. Right now it's fine like this. This is grassland on a brush. It's more food. I'm gonna work for the second city. I look very good outpost here. This could be a good location for the second city, but it's a little bit far. This could be the third city. Well, we met the orcs. As we do have sight. I don't think they see us. We only see them because of the artifact. I don't want to go into conflict with the orcs. Not yet. The end of the map here. We're currently still looking pretty bad here. It's not even worth shooting. Oh, they saw us. Shit. So much about building the next city, huh? Doesn't look like they have any enemies there. They're gonna get another scout sentinel. Hey, Scotty. That's what they have. It can cause serious casualties. Okay, we lost their attentions. Nice. We have better vision, so we can see them coming. I still don't want to engage that. It's just gonna cause huge setback. Let's pull back. Yeah, if we can keep this to outposts, would be great. This guy has. I'm gonna keep a rapid fire. Yeah, they definitely noticed we're taking this thing here. All the cool mechanicals. What does this thing spawn here? Where did it come from? stick to the forest. Aren't those our robots? I have no idea what you're talking about. They used to be our robots, not anymore. Not anymore. I have to get the building for the heroes. Cleared all the wildlife towards the orcs, but there's still a wildlife here. They just lost this to the probably Castellan robot. So they still can deal with Castellan robots. That's good. There's like plenty of these ambuls around. This guy's in pretty in okay shape right now. Get close. The ambuls are melee. Oh, there's a Castellan robot in the forest. Definitely getting the hell out of this area. Return the grenade first before I kill the first one with the multi-laser. Yeah. Very cool Mechanicus. I'm gonna pull out here. Let these guys get attention from the orcs instead. These are the war buggies. I don't think we can save this one. Maybe I can put him in the outpost here. This one fled north. Yeah. It's this guy's back. Another scout sentinels. This is too much for what we have here. I don't think we can save this one. Scout sentinels can take damage from the ambuls. To attack the enemy, destroy one of the scout sentinels. There are two in the unit. Now it's just retreat. You have to retreat to the forest, so it takes some movement. Sure, didn't Scotty. I don't want that sentinel to get closer. Sentinel, the enslaver. The enslaver can do a lot of damage on the sentinels. Scout here. There's a thing hiding somewhere. Need cover here and block their movement here. So Overwatch here. Overwatch here. If they get closer, we'll have Overwatch with rapid fire. Technology for the bigger spread of the... it's here. It's tier 4. Tier 9 is the last one. We can go to radius 4 for this. Going to need food for population, so I'm not gonna get any more guardsmen right now. Might retreat without casualties here. It's a lot of wildlife here. Oh, nice, nice. So this thing vehicles ignore rivers. This dire weed is gonna will help and will not help. Push back air forces back. Scanning this to energy is gonna be nice. Count Sentinels next turn. Upkeep is 2. Cold Mechanics is construction. You need a Shine of the Aquila. Shine of the Aquila generates 2 influence. Doesn't really matter that much. And we'll get another Soylence farm here. Also need to look into a loyalty building. Not sure what's going on with the upload rate right now, but I'm sure you guys are getting buffering. The Overwatch here. I think this is actually high ground. Old ground, it's E. In 50 turns. Tank commander in 3 turns. We'll get a tank commander. Tank commander is the Lemon Rust Battle Tank. It's a very nice vehicle. Let's stay here, guard the spot. The hell? Oh, so when the Enslaver capture a unit of guardsmen, that unit of guardsmen have fully researched technologies, except the extra armor. So these guys actually have a Voxcaster, because these guys were liberated from the, released from the enslavers' control. Enslaver did took 2 of my guardsmen. Yeah, right now upload is in the red. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry, guys. It should be buffering pretty bad right now. They managed to take this, huh? This is the only way to go down, huh? Okay, we got our Cult Mechanicus. It's a unit that requires ore and energy. This is the guy that built the city. I'm actually surprised the stream doesn't break right now. It's pretty. I think it's my internet right now. Our tank commander, pretty powerful hero. Factions have heroes. Each faction has 3 different heroes. Yeah. This is a good position here for the for this infantry here. I just need to remove this forest here. Not right now though. Scout Sentinels are repairing. And unlock another labor core that makes things go faster. It's a little bit greedy to get labor core, but it'll go. Everything's gonna go faster, as in, you know, make a huge city. Second labor core. I like the idea of the early second labor core. You can go into conflict here, but I'm gonna wait for tank commander. I plan to build a second city in this area, simply because there's too huge of a gap to go here. It's getting quite unbearable, yeah. Maybe best, guys, we pause it until it gets fixed. I apologize for this. We'll take a break, 10 minutes.